Hi, folks. This is a book chat, which I, Jess, will be hosting and talking to my lovely coworkers at the Delafield Library about books we've read recently. So, part of what I do here at Delafield is collecting the teen manga as well as the adult graphic novels. And something I inherited when I got control of the collection was the first volume of the Yu-Gi-Oh manga, which got me very excited. Yu-Gi-Oh was one of those cartoons I watched on Saturday mornings with my brothers. So I was like, oh, I gotta read this and talk about it. And so it was written and illustrated by Kazuki Takahashi. This came out in 96, so it's pretty old, and it very much reads like a time capsule for the late 90s, early 2000s. There's a lot of stuff in here that very much reads of that time, including the translations. So I wanted to read this because I have a goal to read everything within the teen manga collection, and I would have probably picked this up on my own anyway. But it is just a bit about this story. If you've seen the cartoon, it's almost nothing like that, which is surprising. So the Yu-Gi-Oh cartoon really focuses on the card game called Duel Monsters, and that comes way later in the manga. And this one is all about shadow games, which reveal a person's true self. So it's fantasy, suspense, horror, supernatural stuff, and it's a very fun read. Okay, so during editing, I totally didn't do a very good job of explaining what Yu-Gi-Oh is. So the story is a boy named Yugi, who is in high school, finds this puzzle in his grandfather's game shop. And once he puts it together, he finds that in situations where a friend is in danger or hurt, or he's in danger or hurt, the spirit that lives inside of the puzzle takes over his body and runs shadow games. Shadow games are a variety of games that at the end show the true nature of a person. And these can be like supernatural changes. So like, for example, one guy is made to think that trash is money, or like a woman's face is morphed to show her true feelings. And other things, it's just like a physical bad thing happens to them. It's like one guy gets set on fire, another guy gets blown up. We don't really know if they're okay after that. But so there's supernatural elements to the shadow games, and also physical elements to others. But that's the story of Yu-Gi-Oh! Essentially just this kid who is shy and often bullied becomes possessed by a game-loving person who is inside the puzzle is actually a reveal later in the, not in the first volume at all, but it's still a big reveal for the series. So I won't spoil it. But that's what Yu-Gi-Oh is. Okay. I would definitely recommend this to anyone who likes like Jujutsu Kaisen or Kimetsu no Yaiba, Demon Slayer. It's way goofier than those, but you get the same kind of sense of like, it's still within that vein of horror, supernatural weirdness. Something else that really interested me in picking this up was that it had recently gone out, over the last year, 2021 now. It went out 5 times. So there's still people, young people, not even like people who grew up with it like my age, picked this up and were interested enough to read it. And we have volumes 1 through 3, so I'd be interested to see those circulation numbers as well. But I was like, really, people are picking up OG Yu-Gi-Oh, not even like the new stuff. So I wanted to see what they kind of saw in it, what was bringing people to it. And I think a large part of that is just that it's so well known as being like the one of the 90s cartoons. Like it's one of those things that people just grew up with that they were attracted to. So I think young people wanted to see what the hype was about. And it's pretty hype, I will say. It's very weird. It's a very weird manga. I did not hate it by any means. I do recommend it for people who just want to see what the 90s and early 2000s were like for manga. You can definitely see it in the animation, in the gags, and definitely in the way characters speak to each other. It's very funny. But yeah, so thank you for watching. This was Book Chats. Hopefully next time there will be someone else here with me to talk about a book that they've read. But yeah, if you've got any suggestions for other books you'd like to see people read, anything you would like to see added to the collection, especially for teen manga or the adult graphic novels, or even just manga in general, I help supply all those collections here. Yeah, drop a line, put it in a comment, email me about it. I'll listen. I'll consider it. So thanks. We will see you next time.